Rigging this zipper dipper with the jig head is very simple. What I like to do is take a little bit off the nose of the bait, so just behind where the head of that minnow style plastic is. Just take that right off with a pair of scissors or with your teeth if you're feeling up for that. And then you just push the hook right through the center of the bait up until about an inch, get about an inch through, come out the very center of the back. There's that nice little slot on the back. You want to come straight through that and make sure everything is in line and in straight. And if you go in about an inch, it should work out just right. And then push that up to the very head of the jig head, and those little rings will keep that plastic on there a little bit better for you. And then it's good to go to swim straight and in line. Here's the gear you want to have for throwing this 1/4 ounce jig head with a little boot tail. I like to throw it on a medium power, fast action rod, bait casting rod. It's enough limberness in the rod to really cast it out there, but that fast action allows you to set the hook into the fish. Anything that has an exposed hook like this, where you don't have to go through a weed guard or get the hook through the plastic, a medium power rod will usually get it done for you. And that allows you to get more distance on that rod as well. And when the fish sucks it in, it always helps to have a little bit more limber rod to fight that fish and get him in the boat. I like to use a high speed gear ratio reel when I'm using baits like this. I can really reel it fast off the bottom and get a nice little yo-yo action. Or if I just want to burn it at the surface, get a little wake at the top, I can do that as well. And I'm fishing this on 15-pound fluorocarbon line. You could also fish it on monofilament line if you wanted to. Either one's great. Whichever one you can cast farther with is good. But I like the abrasive resistance of fluorocarbon line. And that'll get you into a lot of cover, getting those big fish, 4 or 5 pound fish in, no problem. And this is just a great little combination to fish either on the bottom or mid depth or even at the surface. The perfect action for these little swim bait and jig head combos is just going to be a steady retrieve or a pumping retrieve. It's type of a yo-yo up and down motion through a school of fish or on the bottom, just letting it sink to the bottom and lifting it up. But just enough speed to get the tail moving is the key. So you can put it in the water, see what that speed is, and then you can adjust that accordingly to the water temperature. Sometimes they like it when you burn it, sometimes they like it slow rolled, and other times it's a yo-yo. So there's multiple different ways, multiple different speeds to fish these little swim baits and jig heads. They're just a versatile little combination. Now when I'm fishing a jig head and a little boot tail swim bait like this, the conditions I really like to look for are areas where fish might be schooling up. So if I can swim it through a school of fish, or maybe I fish it close to the bottom where fish are schooled up, chasing bait fish, those are ideal conditions. Whether it's sunny, overcast, doesn't matter. The fall is a great time when fish are getting schooled up in big groups. And even the winter time when fish start to concentrate a little bit, you'd have to fish it slower. But just reeling this thing through a school of fish is going to really get you bit, and you can fish it, 2 feet of water all the way out to 30 feet of water. And so it's an ideal bait for when fish are schooled up on those small bait fish.